What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Hope all you're having a great day so far. Hope you all had a wonderful weekend. Um, Getting into this episode of GH. Jordan, man, she's working my nerves. Honestly, every episode, Jordan is starting to work my nerves. Like this whole thing is so dumb, and it makes no sense. Like you're basically blackmailing Franco to do what you want him to do. And then on top of that, Franco was considering pleading guilty. He was considering only if he could tell Elizabeth. Because of course he wanted to clue her in on this. I mean, she is his wife. But Jordan basically told him, "Oh, nobody can know about this. Oh, now you want to get secretive and silent." She talking about, "Oh, Elizabeth can't know about this. Curtis can't know about this." But throughout majority of this investigation, you've been telling Ryan everything that the PCPD is doing. But now all of a sudden you want to be covert about things and be quiet about things? That's BS. How you gonna tell that man not to tell his wife what's going on? You already know Elizabeth not gonna say nothing. I think it's stupid, period, for Franco to plead guilty. It's dumb. The whole plan, in my opinion, is stupid. Because according to her, the DA has more than enough evidence to convict. That's BS. The DA has a bunch of circumstantial evidence. She has nothing concrete. Let's be real. You have nothing that physically puts Franco at any of the murders or the attack on Lulu. You have nothing physical that puts him there. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. No witness, no fingerprints, no DNA. You ain't got a damn thing. All you got is a folder full of circumstantial evidence. Any smart attorney, which I'm sure Scott is, all he has to do is create reasonable doubt. That's all he has to do. All he has to do is create enough reasonable doubt for a jury to convince a jury, and trust me, Franco will be acquitted. He'll be acquitted. It happens all the time. If you ain't got concrete proof, like actual DNA, fingerprint, surveillance, if you don't got no witnesses, no concrete proof, you ain't really got nothing. You got a bunch of circumstantial that may not fly with the jury. So you don't really have nothing to convict. You know what I mean? Absolutely nothing. She's just grasping at straws at this point. Um, it's just ridiculous. Like this whole plan is just dumb on Jordan's part. Totally dumb. Like hopefully Franco tells her no. I would tell her hell no. And then afterwards, after he is released, I would sue the hell out of that department for false arrests. I would definitely false arrest, harassment, blackmail, because that's pretty much what Jordan is doing to him. She's basically blackmailing him. That's exactly what she's doing. I will own that department by the end of the week if I was Franco. They'd be calling me boss. Like seriously, because ain't no way I wouldn't sue. He has more than enough evidence to sue. More than enough. You know what I mean? Like this is like the third person the PCPD has falsely accused of murder. Like, come on now. That's enough right there for a multi-million-dollar lawsuit, and she know it. But now you want to sit there and try to blackmail somebody to do something? Like, are you insane? This woman is crazy. So anyway, Laura finally knows the truth. She found the real Kevin, but before they could have any interaction, Ryan snuck in there and knocked her out with a syringe. I said, "Oh damn." So now Kevin and Laura are gonna have to find a way to get up out of this situation. They definitely are. They're gonna have to find a way to work together to get up out of there. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but I'm excited about this because this storyline is finally coming to a close. But we're gonna get a little adventure out of it too, so I'm thrilled about it. It's time for Ryan to go take a long rest, a long nap from his killing spree. Even though he didn't really kill anybody too much that was major to the cast, even though I was hoping he would, but he didn't. um, but yeah, it's time for the storyline to end. I'm glad Laura finally found Kevin. Now, what happens next? I don't know. You know, as far as their marriage go. I don't know if when this all is over, I don't know if Laura's gonna be upset with Kevin. I would expect her to be upset with him, just like I would expect a lot of people to be upset with him for the simple fact that your crazy ass brother was alive all this time, all these years, and he told no one. Had you given people a heads up, they would have figured this out a little faster. You know what I'm saying? Like, had you would have told them. But no, you kept it a secret, and it came back and bit not only you, but it bit the whole town in the ass. All because of a secret you decided to keep for whatever dumb reason. Um, as much as I like Kevin, I do feel like he should be held accountable for that because it set off a chain reaction. I mean, you chose to keep something so major a secret that affected everybody in town. Put a lot of lives at stake. You know what I mean? So for that, he should be held accountable. I don't know legally, but in other ways, he should be held accountable for it. Maybe suspended from the hospital. I don't know, but he should be held accountable. Um, Moving on from that. So Michael had a date with some chick named Zoe. That date was a no-no. That date was a hell to the no. So the girl had 4 dates in one night. Michael, the whole time they were sitting there, Michael was starting to tell her about himself. She kept looking at her phone. So Michael's like, you got, something planned or something? Like, what's up? You expecting something? Like, she just kept playing on her phone the whole night. So come to find out, she got another date after him. Michael is her third date of the night. I said, see, this is why you can't be messing with that online dating. I understand why Michael did online dating because he wanted to try something different that I'm sure he more than likely never tried before. Because most of his girlfriends he met in person. He didn't meet through no dating site, clearly. So I believe this was really his first stab at online dating. And I'm pretty sure he probably would never do it again after today. And I wouldn't blame him. Old girl said that Michael was her third date of the night. I said, hell no, ditch her, ditch her. Basically, as soon as she said that, Michael was just like, okay, check please. I said, exactly. Like, that's not the type of woman for you. Like, no, that screamed escort to me. I'm like, And come to find out, her fourth date was Alexis's doctor, Dr. Byrne. I said, are you serious? Dr. Byrne is her fourth date? That old man? I was like, he old enough to be her daddy. I was like, what the hell is wrong with people? Hell no. Michael dodged a bullet with that one. See, Michael, I think he attracts loony type girls and dysfunctional type women. I don't think he's ever going to have a relationship that's peaceful. I don't think he ever will, honestly. Well, you can never say never, but a lot of his relationships have been a little unorthodox, dysfunctional, crazy, complicated, all in one. It's like he need to meet him a girl that has very minimum baggage. Francesca, where are you? See, I loved Francesca. Everybody knows that I loved that girl. She was up front. She didn't really have no baggage. She just told him like it was, what she was interested in, what she wasn't going to put up with. I like a person like that. That's to the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, she was very to the point, and I like that. She was very, forward about things, about how she wanted things, what she was looking for. I like that in a person. I like those qualities. She's basically a skip the BS type person. Let's get to the point. You know what I'm saying? I love that. I love that. That's the type of person he should be with. So anyway, of course, Brad is still snaking his way through town, lying and scheming. Of course, with the help of Julian. Julian need to butt the hell out of this. I'm serious. Julian, shut up. Stop giving this boy advice. Talking about, oh, just do this, just do that. Don't tell Lucas nothing, or else the whole thing gonna unravel. Julian, just because that's the way you do things when you're in relationships, that don't mean you should be giving. That's not the wise advice to be giving somebody. Because look how that worked out for you, keeping your mouth shut about things. By you keeping secrets, every time Julian's kept a secret, it came back to bite him in the ass. So why would you sit there and tell this boy to keep this secret, knowing that, of course, it's going to bite him in the ass? Like, stop giving out lame, stupid advice that you know. Why would you give somebody advice that you've done numerous times that have never worked for you, why would you give that same advice to somebody else unless you're setting them up for failure? Because that's what he's doing at this point. You're just setting Brad up for failure. For failure. You know, if you give a person enough rope, eventually they'll hang themselves, and that's exactly what Brad is doing. By taking Julian's advice, you're just furthering the rope. That's all you're doing. You might as well get that noose together. I'm just saying, because that's all you're doing at this point. You're about to be hangman in a minute. Like, stop taking his advice. Like, don't do that. You're gonna get yourself caught up. Actually, come to think of it, take his advice. Please do. Because the faster this storyline is over, the happier I will be. I'm gonna tell you that right now. That's the happiest I'll be is once this crimson mass is over, I'll be ecstatic. It's time for this baby mess to wrap up immediately. Um Speaking of mess, Chase and Willow. I have a feeling Shiloh may be her baby father because she really didn't want to talk about her baby father. I have that feeling that it's somebody in town. It's somebody who's already in town, aka Shiloh. I have that feeling. Um, I'm starting to think it is Shiloh. That's her baby's father. But another thing is her and Chase. Honestly, I have to be honest. I like Chase and Willow as a couple. I'm still not. I'm not seeing it. The two of them romantically. I'm really not seeing it. I think they're more. I think they're getting to know each other more on an emotional level because of her giving up her child. But I'm still not seeing like sparks between them. You know what I'm saying? I have a feeling eventually she's gonna hook up with Michael. Eventually. That's just my thought on it. I'm starting to not see her and Chase as a long lasting couple. I mean, some people might feel differently, but for right now, I don't see it. I tried, but I mean, they look good together, but as far as, happily ever after, I'm not seeing it. So, anyway, moving on from that. First of all, Lucas, I feel bad for Lucas. I do. He is married to a lying, sneaky, sniveling piece of crap. And I feel bad. And I hope one day, in the very near future, when the truth comes out, he beats Brad within an inch of his life, his miserable life, and divorces his lame ass. I really hope he does. And I hope he gets spousal support. I hope he do. I hope he take his ass to the cleaners financially. I really do. I would sit back and applaud that. So anyway, Alexis and Julian need to stop playing these games. I listen. I was liking him and Kim, but him and Alexis, I feel like that's in game. Cause look at the way they look at each other and they act with each other. Like for two divorced people, they always up in each other's business. Like she stay in his business with Kim. Now he all up in her business with her and Dr. Byrne. I'm like, y'all might as well just admit y'all feelings for each other. And just say y'all still in love and y'all want to give it another go. You might as well. But at this point, I have, as much as I want them together, for right now, I have to say no. Because Julian is wrapped up in this Brad shit right now, telling more lies. And no, because if him and Alexis were to get together right now and then the truth comes out, she would only dump his ass again. So, no. Ain't no point. So, anyway, moving on from that. Nina. Nina basically admitted something today that I practically known. The only reason she agreed to remarry Valentine was for Charlotte's sake. Why get married? If you're not getting married purely out of love, I'm pretty sure she still loves him, but you basically admitted today that you said yes for Charlotte. You should have said yes for you, not for a child. That's the worst thing to do is be in a marriage, any relationship because of kids. That's not a sustainable relationship. Be in a relationship because that's really what your heart wants, not because that's what a child wants. You know what I'm saying? That's not going to work in the end. it's gonna just leave another pattern of heartbreak for all of y'all. Minus Valentine, because I don't care about his feelings. But yeah, you should never say yes or stay in a relationship because of a kid. That's gonna have horrible ending results. I'm just saying. Um, but I am glad that Nina stuck up for Franco because she knows the type of person Franco is. She knows that he's not trying to be attacking anybody or killing anybody. She knows that, so I'm glad that she defended him. Um, and that's what brings me back to Jordan because it's so funny how Jordan mentioned how Franco never pays for his crimes. But I'm like, most of the people in that town have committed crimes and never went to prison for it. At least Franco was ordered to give up all his money to the victims. He had to pay all the victims in restitution. So he lost millions of dollars to the victims' families because he had to pay each of them million, money. So, I mean, yeah, he didn't pay by going to prison, but he did pay financially, even though that's not enough for the victims' families because money is not going to mend their broken heart over their loved one, but it's a start. I'm just saying, it's a start. You know, money definitely doesn't, you know, bring back their loved one, like I said, but hey, what can you do? Nothing he does will bring her back. I mean, you could put him in prison, cool, but it ain't gonna bring him back. But at least he would be paying some way, even if not going to prison. I mean, nobody on this show really has done any real prison time. So, I mean, if you're gonna put Franco in prison, you might as well put half of the people in this town in prison. Hell, even the kids are doing some type of crime. Shit, you got little Spencer rigging up elections and stuff like that. That's a crime. And it was so funny how Charlotte was baiting him. Like she was basically taunting Spencer today. She was like, "Oh, grandmother's gonna have to turn you in." I said, "You little witch." Like Charlotte was just giving it to him today. I was like, "Okay, Spencer has met his match because Charlotte is definitely fierce. Charlotte ain't nothing to play with. I see." I kind of like the battle between him and Charlotte. You know what I'm saying? Because she's like a female version of him in a way. You know, not overly dramatic like him, but as far as matching wit, she's definitely his equal. Definitely so. But anyway, hit the comment section. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. I will see you all later. Have a wonderful day. Happy President's Day. See y'all later. Peace.